him to stop. He said, what do you want from us? I saw the shadow of my wiener and said, that's what's up. What did I do? All I want for Christmas is glue. Ho, 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 what did I do? All I want for Christmas is glue. And your man started beating me with the log. I screamed and begged for him to stop. He said, what do you want from us? I saw the shadow of my wiener and said, that's what's up. Oh, oh, what did I do? All I want for Christmas is glue. What did I do? All I want for Christmas is glue and you, but mostly glue.
All right, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy Festivus. Happy Yule for the fuel. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, and happy, all the other holidays too. So
happy go fuck yourself.
Also true. But that's every day though. For most.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting really proud of everybody deciding to embrace the fact that at the end of the year, it's the safest time to rant and just get it out. Because that's technically what the end of the year is supposed to be about, getting rid of this last year, all of its negativity, everything else, get rid of it so you can start the new year with new beginnings.
Look at you with the philosophy of the day, Miss Jackie Hyde herself. Yeah.
Well, I just hate this holiday. It's turned everybody into a bunch of greedy little gremlins.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad I wasn't born as a Christian Caucasian, because otherwise I'd be like forced to enjoy this holiday. But since I'm not, I'm like, I get to pick and choose when it matters.
Wait, I'm a Caucasian. And I wasn't born Christian, but I do have children, and unfortunately, the school system looks at it kind of like abuse if you don't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in school, they tried to take Christmas out of school because there were so many Jehovah's Witnesses and Jewish people and stuff like that in the school too. So, like, if you're only celebrating the one holiday, it's kind of unfair to everybody else that has to sit there and deal with the Christian side of it, and we're not willing to.
No, that is true. That's probably the one time I would actually be sitting. No, that's probably the one time I would understand the whole. Actually, yeah. No, I get that. No, I'm not gonna go there tonight. But no, that is
This is the rant day.
Yeah, but why should I do a rant today that I do like every other day? Like, what's the point of that? Although, if you want to
do it, Lewis Black is gonna do it for you.
Right, but he'll rant about something else. I mean, that's the only time. Like, it's like, okay, I understand it. You can't leave out any religion when it comes to celebrating holidays at a public school. I'll say that much, and I'll just leave it there because, personally, the whole point of the holidays is to be with your loved ones and just spend time with them.
Depends on which side of it you're really going for, right? Because if you want to go and you want to think of the way that the Western society wants us to believe, the Christian, Catholic, all that, well, it's literally about the birth of somebody who wasn't born on that day, period. So it's kind of just a way to get gifts out of you for back in the day for the king, the queen, whomever, bring those gifts for him.
Well, I mean, like I said, like I've been hearing for years, a lot of Christians don't even consider Christmas to be a Christian holiday. They consider more of a Saturnalia holiday. because like you mentioned, their Lord and Savior was not born on December 25th. But if you really go that far, but if you really want to go far into the calendar, like Max and I have discussed, the Gregorian calendar is only 300 years old, and more importantly, the way the calendar is set up doesn't even make sense. How can the first season of the year be 3 months into the year?
So
Start
my people, the
year.
Germanic people, they celebrated Yule long before this Christian crap.
Right.
Long before.
Your people, your Germanic people, yes.
Okay? Like, and that's where everybody's trying to claim Saint Nick came from. Right? Right? That was the other part of it. It wasn't just Christianity and somebody's birthday. They were also trying to claim that the German people started Christmas.
I
Now,
mean,
we started Yule.
so the Christmas. So how are Christmas and Yule linked? Besides the fact one's on the 23rd and one's on the 25th.
Well, it's actually Yule is 2 weeks. Yule is 2 weeks. It starts on the solstice, December 21st, and it goes until the new year. It goes
Right.
to that section of the lunar cycle before you cast into the latter half of the lunar cycle.
Right.
They kind of stole it to kind of give that stupid financial aspect on it because there is no financial aspect. There is nothing aside from eating and drinking, being merry with everybody else, and as I said, like wiping out the last year, getting rid of it,
Right.
letting go of the things that have been holding you back this year, bad habits, whatever it may be. And as you get closer to the new year, on the last day of the year, you're supposed to put your wishes out there for what you would like for the new year.
You're right. No,
What
that's
what kind
true.
of like
What wishes for the new year, the habits you want to create, and all that. But the crazy thing about it is that a lot of Eastern cultures, hi, how you doing? That they consider the New Year to be at the start of the spring, which is more like in March and April, not necessarily whenever they consider this the New Year. That's why the calendars are so different. And Max and I, your guy, your favorite, Max to One Holy, our favorite, but yeah, your favorite. And we've done these shows. We used to do shows about the Gregorian calendar only being 300 years old. So it's kind of weird seeing like how it starts and ends. How we're conditioned now to believe that the New Year's on January 1st and the end of December 31st, and it's 12 months. When in reality, the calendar was a lot different.
the calendar was a lot different, which is why Yule is based around the lunar cycle and the
Right.
seasonal cycle. Like that's how each one of
Yeah.
the pagan holidays were celebrated is more or less on the bringing in of the new season because that was a retrospect of a god that you needed to thank because they're bringing in your harvest, they're bringing in your bounty, they're bringing in your sun, your rain, all of those things. So you give back to get more of them, right? If you want to have a good winter that's going to bring good grounds for good harvest, right? You need to be thankful and give back to that, which in a way, putting all of those different foods, those different herbs, all that stuff into the ground and giving back, even though you're not like you're giving it to the gods, you're also putting it into the soil, which is in a way giving yourself what you need in the beginning
Right. Absolutely.
of the new year.
Correct. Because no, I bring that up because it's very interesting you brought up Yule, and I kind of want to talk more about it because you said Yule is the holiday where that was the original holiday. So how did you?
One of them. Each
So how
culture
did?
had their own. They got
Right. Right. And you're in technically day 3 of celebrating Yule, correct?
technically, yes, I would have already been lighting my log if I was able to, or if you had one, or in retro, like similar thing to kind of keep the negativity out, keep Krampus away from taking my kids
Right.
because Krampus loves to eat children. We love to
Mhm.
scare our kids. That's how we live life. That's a little control without fear.
Yeah. That seems to be the case. So,
Right,
so
so
what,
that'd be what we'd be doing around now.
okay. So what are the customs at Yule when it comes between day 1 and day 12?
I'm not. That's like I said, like for the 10 days, you would on the 21st, you would have your
Right.
what I did for my solstice in the modern era, because obviously we're not going to celebrate like that, right? In the
Right.
beginning, on the 21st, we all make a drink. It usually consists of clove. It usually consists of a type of rum inside of it,
Okay.
and all that. And that's a drink you make for Krampus. As you're drinking that drink, you are also burning away when you're lighting your log. You have your piece of paper or parchment, whatever, that has anywhere from three to whatever, how many habits. But usually the standard is three. Three habits, anything that you want to release, any emotions, anything like that, you write it on there and you burn it to give it back,
Oh, okay. Oh, because I remember
right?
Max
Like,
and I, we were doing that with our goals a few years ago. Things you want to accomplish in this year. So we take a thing, light it on fire, and yeah.
now, if you do it too early in the year, like it could still work because we get the same thing as
No,
anything. Intention is everything.
this was during the Yule time in 2020. Max and I did something
Okay.
similar to that. Yeah, I'll send you the video of that later.
Bringing these Christmas trees inside, so that is anti-Yule. Having that tree, that living organism inside of your house, that's bad.
Right,
Okay. That's why I don't like having a Christmas tree in my house.
right,
I will bring in boughs of pine trees and stuff like that, like wreaths, like what you've got on your imaginary fireplace behind you, that kind of stuff.
right.
That's more able. You bring that in because you're bringing nature inside. You're bringing that green in, right?
Mm,
Gifts are supposed to be handmade. They're not supposed to be purchased. They're not supposed to be anything like that. It is usually a handmade gift. And you would periodically throughout Yule every day, you would give a gift to a new person in your community. Nowadays, it's usually in your friend circles, but it would be something that was done to benefit your community around you, a way to be in touch with your neighbors, not to separate from such,
right. No, that's
right?
a
And
good.
then, yeah,
No, and then you're saying,
that's basically it. And honestly, at the end of the year, that's when you make your giant pot for the New Year's. You drink your mead, you have a great time, and you
yeah,
have your pot of intentions of good tidings for the next year, and
it's
you're
good.
sharing that with everybody.
It's good. I like that. No, that's good because I think that's very important. Like I said, when it comes to the camaraderie of bringing people together during the holidays instead of just what it's become. You know.
It's garbage the way it is now. Like I said, it's the same as Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, all that shit. It's just an excuse
Well,
to have
Valentine's
a
Day was
barbecue.
just Valentine's Day is not even a real day. Like, yeah, Saint Valentine existed as like the god of love or whatever back in the Roman era, but Valentine's Day itself isn't even a real day. It was just a day created by freaking department stores because they're like,
But
oh
look,
well, we have nothing from Christmas to nothing to the spring. Let's create something so all these, hopeless romantic losers, try to please their significant others one more time and make money off of that. That's all that was. That's all it is. Whereas
especially why do we have a bunch of Christians spouting out all this crap for Valentine's Day and St. Valentine's when it's a Roman holiday?
that too. But I mean, the day itself is like not even was just made up because they're just like, wait, no one's buying anything in our stores? What the fuck? Let's create Valentine's Day. You know, I mean, if you're buying things for your loved one on a usual basis, okay, great, that's beautiful. Obviously, no one's saying that's an issue. But but if you're falling for buying stuff for your loved one because the TV told you to, well, you're kind of retarded. You should be doing that from within. But that all goes back to like the community and bringing people together and all that, But no, but I mean, but it's really annoying. It really used to annoy me. I mean, I don't see it as much anymore, but a few years ago, I used to see there used to be Christmas commercials on television that would take place before Halloween. Like it'd be like the middle of October, and all of a sudden they'd be talking about like, get your holiday savings now. And I'm like, what? Let it be Halloween first.
Well, if you like Halloween as much as I do, which is part of why I love my old Germanic history,
Right.
they did have a second Halloween in the spring.
Right. That's fine. But I'm saying, like, I would see Christmas commercials before Halloween, and I'd just be like, what the
Lewis Black said it perfectly, and it's the same thing.
It just drives me, it would drive me nuts. I'm just like, we can't separate the holidays? Really? I don't know. It would drive me insane. And then when you like have people already selling, and then we have like department stores already selling Christmas stuff in like September, you're just like, this is stupid. This is really dumb.
It's what holidays,
It really is.
all of them for the most part.
Yeah, it's all about just money. It's all about just spending money trying to impress people that you don't really care that don't really care about you.
There's another way for everybody to be lazy as all hell too, because you don't work for those days either. You're off. Kids
Uh,
are home for 2 weeks straight because the teachers don't want to teach during that time either.
Honestly, I'm not so sure that's a bad. I'm not sure that part's a bad thing. Considering what
Actually,
it is or it isn't.
it is. If they want to make everything based around the economy and based around finances, shut everything down and have it closed.
Yeah, I know, but considering how bad the public school system is, I would also think less time in it would be better for the children at the end.
And affordable childcare needs to happen because we're in an economy where two parents have to work at all times.
Right, but which goes into the other aspects of it. But more important,
But the only good thing about the public school system is free daycare.
right. But but we have that, and you also have some of the other things. Is just, I mean, if there's anything people in this country need, it's vacation, it's days off because everybody works like 24/7. I know why that's the case is because the idiots at the people in charge of the economy have basically hijacked it to where if you're not working 60 hours a week, you're not gonna be able to make ends meet because they're greedy bastards, and well, I don't need to go on that tangent. All I'm going to say is that wages have not kept up with the rate of inflation since 1980, and this is what you have. So, and a lot of the chaos is a byproduct of that. And health insurance has become worse since the 1970s because people like during their Nixon administration, they decided, you know what? We should legalize health insurance. We should legalize health insurance and let it take off. So, and then people wonder, and then everyone wonders why everyone's miserable and angry and wanted to, burn down the entire system. I was watching a reel of, I don't know if it was some comedian, some businessman talking about how Gen Z, in a way, has it right with the economy because they're not really the dedicated to their job, people dedicated to their careers because they just want to check in and check out because they see the economy for what it is, a scam.
Some of them do, but some of them have also been the masters of how to scam the system. So, I mean, props to them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to be angry at people who scam the system because it's like, I mean, you see what the system does to people. So, I mean,
Only time I start having an issue with it is when them scamming the system winds up screwing me over.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's when I start getting frustrated because it's like I'm also trying to live my life here and
Yeah.
you're kind of screwing it for me, you know?
No, that too. Although, to be fair, the generation that did screw things up for us, They're the older ones, not the younger ones. The only thing that's annoying about Gen Z is when they complain about the dumbest things. Like they'll complain about having to work, how like working 40 hours a week and 8 hours a day kills their social life. It's like, what are you talking about? If you don't like people, just say that.
Oh no, it's killing their social lives because people are taking jobs that they don't like. Because instead of pushing yourself to become better to get the job that you want, that is something you like, like I've always found that that's the big thing. If I have a job, I kind of want to actually enjoy what I'm doing, so I'm not miserable while I'm there. But I also want to make my work life somewhere where I'm actually okay with going to. It actually feels like a
Right.
bit of an escape from my home life. I actually enjoy the people I'm around at work,
Oh, that's
right?
good.
If
That's
I don't
what.
like it, if it ain't a good team environment, I'm gonna fuck off and leave. I'm not gonna stay and be miserable somewhere I spend more time than I do at home.
No, that makes sense. What I don't understand is how people can say people who are younger than us, who are supposed to have more energy than us, they're supposed to be more youthful and all that, are claiming, "Oh my God, working is taking out of my social life." I'm like, what? That makes no sense to me.
Now, here is where things started to go wrong. Our parents, like I have to say my parents, like they still tried to parent the old way, but around the time they started changing the parenting styles and we started noticing that the kids run the home, not the parents run the home.
Yeah,
So when you're raised from that at like 2, 3, where if you throw a temper tantrum, you're gonna get what you want because your mom can't smack your ass without going to jail.
right.
So you're gonna get that chocolate bar. So if you keep doing that all through your school life and then your adult life, eventually you're gonna be 30 years old and still living with your parents, having them do everything for you. So why would you need a job? Why would you want a job?
I mean that's its whole different discussion. But I mean, right
It,
now with the way things are,
in actuality,
yeah. No, that is true. But it's kind of weird when people are like, "Is it just me or the older people or the older generations taking better care of themselves than the younger generations?"
I feel like it's a mixture.
Yeah, because I just don't understand how you could be
But
like
then
in your
again,
yeah,
I work with a few men. One's 62, one's 65, and one's just about hitting 70.
right,
They work harder than every single person out there.
right. Well, and that's that. But two, I'm talking about even if on one, obviously at work, the older people are going to take it more seriously than the younger because of how they feel about the economy.
But
But
they don't take care of their bodies and they're lifting heavier, they're lifting longer, they're pushing harder.
right,
Is what I'm saying. Like their energy level is higher. When I look out there, it's the older people actually pushing it while you've got the 22-year-old new kid sleeping in the passenger seat of the truck all day.
yeah. I mean, it's weird. I mean, it's at the point where like even when I'd go out to some of these places for open mic night or karaoke, the majority of the people are in the 30s and 40s and 50s. Like they're the ones who are out and about and playing music and working or singing or whatever. Where it's like a lot of the 20 somethings like, oh, I just want to go to bed at like 8 o'clock and wake up at like 5 or go to bed or get my 8, 9 hours. I'm like, and I mean, I don't want to do this sound like a geezer, but I remember when I was in my 20s, sleeping 4 or 5 hours, 3, 4 hours a night was not a big deal.
That was standard. That was so
Right.
I could include my personal social life with my work
Right.
life. Go to work and then still go out and party and make my way to work in the morning.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how everyone did it in America for years. And then all of a sudden it's like a hassle. It's weird. Like, it's not,
Oh,
that's, yeah. Yeah.
the
I was
new favorite
always,
question at work
felt-
is, are you fit for duty?
yeah.
Everywhere I've worked for the last 7 years. If you say no because you're hungover, they tell you to go home and you get paid your 4 hours because you showed up.
Wow. I mean, that's what it is. It's like, it's just weird. It's just, I mean, things that used to be normal is that for our generation, just like not there anymore.
I'm getting ready for the AI age. So
Oh,
you don't
God.
need to work because everything's going to be on the computer. Somehow we're going to be able to eat and drink through AI. I'm assuming. That's why they don't want us making money.
Yeah, they don't. They don't want anyone making money or having resources. The only thing they would want is for everyone, the ones who are making money, just keep their stuff keep all their money in a bank until the dollar is devalued to where they can't use it anymore. The last thing they want is for people, spend the money on like resources, like land or whatever. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing is just strange. Like, I just don't. I mean, that actually worries me seeing how the younger generations are like that. Because, like, if they're like that in their 20s, how are they going to survive until their 40s and 50s? Like, if you're already in your 20s and you have to live like that, then what makes what makes anyone think you're going to live that long? You know? What are your thoughts on that?
So retarded.
Right.
I think we should. I don't know. I think it all needs to change.
Well, the system has to change anyway, because this is on the verge of collapse to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. Because I could go off on that tangent, and that's the same old, same old. Like, that's why I don't really. That's why I don't talk about these topics as much anymore. Is it feels like I'm repeating myself. It's like, oh well, the system has to collapse. People need to stop feeding the system, stop feeding the beast, blah blah blah. But then it's like at the end of the day, no one really leaves it. So I don't know.
Oh, because unfortunately, if the same things are the same things that piss you off. Nothing new happens, so nothing new to irritate you can happen.
Yeah. I mean that's why with all these like with any
History does nothing but repeat itself.
correct. That's why I can't even get. That's why I don't even react to these like staged and like false any of these mainstream events anymore because it's just the same damn script with a few wrinkles here or there. I mean, the whole thing is to get galvanize either fear or false hope into yourself long enough to where you're just addicted to like paying attention to the nonsense. Now, that's why I ever made such a big deal about the CEO getting killed, and I was just like, okay, well, so what's gonna what is this gonna what are they covering up, and what is this gonna lead to in the future? You know, it was hard to really go crazy about those things. Yes, I know on the page I posted some funny memes about it, but you know, it's just hard for me to really take it seriously. It's like watching a show, except it's not all that entertaining.
That's why all TV's kind of sucked lately too.
Yeah,
Any of the new movies and everything, there's not an original thought out there left.
no, no, and I think the root of that goes. I think I saw this somewhere. It's like most of the people now in Hollywood or whatever, none of them grew up reading books. That's why there's no imagination. That's why the same old garbage over and over again. Whereas people back in the day, they had imagination, creativity because they read. You know?
I think so much that they read, like in a sense, it would have to be reading, but people had senses of imagination even before books were a thing, and that's because you were actually out there.
Right.
You weren't inside a box, right?
Right.
Like even your house, even before TV and internet was big, like just sitting inside that one space. You're not going to have an original thought. You're not going to have a
No.
spur of unless you actually get out there, go out and see, go be out in the trees for a bit, go hear what's happening outside of the house,
No,
what's happening outside of TV.
that's so true. And that's why the ones who did sit in their house all day and read all sorts of books, at least they got something. Whereas like a lot of the people who did sit in their house and never even experienced life, they had nothing. And that's why, because like a lot of it is based on that art and that stimulation of creativity. Whether it is going outside, being in nature, painting, drawing, or like reading, it's just at least that's something to be similar. Except now, I mean, I hate to say this because I'm
Huh.
technically on the spectrum, but it's almost like they've trained everyone to be autistic, and that's
Well,
not
they've
good.
the new cool thing. It's cool to be autistic now. It's cool to have
Yeah.
depression. It's cool to have mental health.
I'm socially awkward. I'm just letting you know that. I have anxiety. I'm letting you know that. I don't like being out. I don't like it's like grow up. Damn.
That's had a thought and then you took it.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, these people when they say, "Oh, I have mental health, I have mental health," they just glamorize being retarded. And I wonder why the world's a mess.
A lot of those people too that just sat inside and just read other people's things, you also got to think the stuff that they put out, it was either A, they actually wound up being able to put what was written into the books into like practical use, which is where a lot of the sciences came from.
Yeah.
But back then, people did what they did. They wrote or did whatever because that was what they were good at. Now people want to go out and write a movie or write a book because they know that that's where they're going to make the most amount of money. It's not because they're good at writing or they have something to share with the world. They're just like, hey, I bet I can get at minimum 10,000 idiots to buy this book about self help, but it's the same as the other 75 other self help books that have come out, or how everybody is now a mentor on how to become a millionaire.
Or a life coach. Life coach.
Yes, right? Like it's not because they're good at doing it, it's because it's the way to make money.
Which is so detrimental because that's like the worst way to make money. Especially if you're trying to be, especially if you're trying to be an author. Consider how much money it takes to even publish a book.
Oh, nowadays it's actually a lot easier. You can publish your own or you can print out your own. Like they've made it so easy. Anybody can be an author now, even through Amazon. Like you just got to go into like all you got to do is have it typed up and you can give it to Amazon and Amazon will have it put into a book and you can sell it.
That's so false. That's such false hope for people. You're better off. Honestly, everyone. You know what's so crazy? Everyone would just like chastise gambling, like the sports books, the casinos, and the horse race, and the track and the race tracks and all that. And I'm just sitting there like, that seems a hell of a lot more stable than the stuff they're promoting now. Because at least you had a hunch of that. And everyone would talk about all the stock market's evil and bad, and corporate America's. I mean, they are horrible things. But it's like, damn, did people literally go from one form of gambling to another? Like, what the fuck? How do you do that? You go from an interesting version of gambling to a boring version of gambling. You go from a nerdy version of gambling, the stock market, to a dumb version. It blows my mind. Like, damn, if you want to gamble, start your own business or something. Fuck. Please bet on yourself.
Yeah, but there's no support for small businesses anymore. Small businesses are the ones being attacked. So why would anybody go start a business? I wouldn't start a business right now. No.
Well, you can start a business for other reasons, but I wouldn't like waste my time trying to be an author or try to be a life coach or that crap either. I'm like, nah, it's okay. Y'all can figure that out on yourselves. Yeah, I don't want to mislead anybody. Ah, I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. Yeah, Jackie, you have anything? What are your thoughts on it? It's just weird how people always want change, but yet they always revert to the same old tactics, the same old stuff.
Nobody learns from their mistakes anymore. Nobody sits down to reflect.
Yeah. It just keeps to the same old song and dance.
And it will continue to be.
Yeah. It's weird.
That's why so many people hate repeating themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like repeating myself that much either, unless it's for political reasons or for like messaging reasons, if that makes any sense. Like sometimes you repeat yourself 3 or 4 times just to like get a point across. That way they don't miss.
No.
Really? Like you've never
I ain't
had
gonna waste my time on that shit. I ain't gonna waste my time on that shit. Nope.
like messaging
You
purposes,
don't
like
get my point? Nope.
no, like if you have to get a point across and you want people to understand it 3, 4, at least to make sure that hey, I need to tell you something so you understand what's going on. Like,
So it just sounds like you can't convey your points.
no, it's all a lot of it is all tactics. A lot of it is some of it is tactical, some of it's for other purposes. Do I do that as much now? No, because I'm not involved in any of that. Hell, I haven't even done a live stream by myself. I think the last time I did a live stream by myself that wasn't like video related was October. Like, yeah, I don't do the whole live stream thing anymore by myself anymore. No, the days of me having to go out of my way to convey a point are long over.
No. A point is dull.
Yeah. But a lot of that is marketing, so I mean it's no different, Everyone says like that's why they say there's no such thing as bad press, because they repeat how bad someone is over and over again. What happens? You pay attention to them. That's what happens. That's
We're not allowed to speak like we used to. That's why Lewis Black is not as popular no more. People don't remember how honest shit was at one point. They said it how it was, and then it hurt everybody's feelings.
Are we sure it was that honest, or is it more just, back to the point being dull? Because, like you,
To be honest, if you ask me.
well, I mean, because you said earlier, if you have to repeat yourself over and over again, so. And I'm not saying Lewis Black. I'm saying a lot of that, because I mean. All right, we'll play this one.
When is it too early to put up Christmas decorations? I don't think it's too early. I think never take them down. Seriously. Seriously. Why would you take them down? Every year you Christians who've done this take more and more of the calendar for your devices. It used to be that Christmas started after Thanksgiving. It started after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was its own holiday, okay? It wasn't Christmas halftime. It begins sometime now in late August. If you go to Cracker Barrel, fuck, they're really to the point where it's almost year round. So seriously, don't take them down. You love the holiday. It's the only time you pricks are ever happy. So fucking leave them up. Who gives a shit? I go to a bar in Appleton, Wisconsin called Cleo's. And and that's the sound of an alcoholic. The only people who really know about Cleo's are people who love to drink. It's just the greatest bar on earth. And one of the reasons is that every holiday they just put decorations up. And it's mostly Christmas decorations, but every holiday they just jam and they don't take them down. They don't take anything down. They just keep jamming shit up. And so fuck, it's just a great bar. And you go in there and you look and you're happy. And you feel like drinking because fuck, it's a holiday.
This is our last show before the fabulous Christmas season really begins with a vengeance. Oh yeah, you fucking Christians are in for it now. Oh yeah, and especially those of you with kids. God damn it, you're just dumb as posts, aren't you? Just gonna sit there and they're gonna advertise shit and you were stuck with this and fucking I want this, God damn it, give it to me. Good luck. Good fucking luck. Have fun at the yeah, go to the store. Hey, go to a store. That's gonna be a treat. It's endless. They're not gonna stop playing Christmas music until your ears fucking bleed. And we Jews will go, ha, 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 ha. Son of a bitch. Why? Why you fuckers buy the shit now is beyond my comprehension. When do they sell it cheaper? The day after. Get your shit together. Christmas decorations should fucking go up at Thanksgiving. This is from Atticus Bliss. Christmas decorations should fucking go up at Thanksgiving or preferably way fucking later. I don't want to think about Christmas until December 1st at the earliest. Christmas lights are a perfect way to take a perfectly reasonable neighborhood and completely trash the ambience. By far, the worst ones are those disgusting rainbow lights that fucking strangle every house in strings of elf cum. I would rather these disgusting motherfuckers paint their houses hot pink than to see this shit every day from October to February. I can't understand what sort of sadist would coat their otherwise reasonable looking house with these fucking horrendous strands of shit out of one of Banksy's fucking unbelievable, god damn it, fever dreams. The people who own these must be really trying hard to hide the fact that they are serial killers under all of that slimy, degenerate holiday cheer. This is from Noel. This is one of the things that I endure year-round is the moronic, repetitive question about my name. More so the closer we get to the end of the year. You see, my name is Noel. Like the damn bloody Christmas song, the first Noel. Almost without fail, I'm asked, did you know your name is a Christmas song? Were you born on or near Christmas or in December? Fun fact, I was born in October. I think you can do the math as to why I was named the atrocious name. The next constant moronic response to my name is no one is fucking listening half the time and call me Nicole. The masculine pronunciation Noel, or my favorite Naomi, which nowhere is close to my name. I'm clearly in my adulthood. Don't you fucking think I know what my name means or the fucking fact that I've heard those questions more than I care to hear? Fuck you assholes and fuck Christmas. Come up with something you original, you piece of shit.
How was Cracker Barrel?
When I started drinking warm water to help me lose weight,
Wow. Uh-huh.
Huh?
No.
Name means or the fucking fact that I've heard those questions more than I care to hear. Fuck you assholes and fuck Christmas. Come up with something you original, you piece of shit.
How was Cracker Barrel?
Uh-huh.
I went to, on our way here from St. Louis, on the way, if you've never been to Cracker Barrel or Steak and Shake, stop the fuck off. Cracker Barrel is a wonderful place where you will never see a menorah ever. It's a completely Jew-free zone, and I love it there. I do, and they've got every possible candy you could ever fucking want to eat that you ever ate or want to eat in the future. They fucking have it's just they couldn't put more Christmas shit in there. There was a Santa, and this is a steal. I don't give a fuck if this is an advertisement. For $100, you can get a little Santa about this big. You can see it on fucking my Facebook page. This is the kind of shit I'm going to be getting into. And this little Santa, and he's crawling up a ladder to the tree, carrying lights. A string of lights. It's a fucking. I tried to get Ben, my tour manager, to fucking buy this. I got nowhere to put it. It just would be sitting there. I would lean it and he'd be walking. It would make no sense. You've got a fucking tree and children. Just look at that little fucker. He looks great. And they play 100 songs. No, 30 Christmas songs. If there were 100 Christmas songs, I'd fucking would take an all and just puncture my ear. It was great. And then we did another one where I just poked Santa in the ass until he got up to the top. We're here at the Cracker Barrel. And sadly, we've been waiting. But we came at lunchtime, and that's a big mistake because Cracker Barrel fills up at lunchtime. It's with the idea of 3 sides with every order. I mean, who can pass that up? We've been waiting here 2.5 hours. I made a little purchase here, but it's a surprise. It's a Christmas surprise for some good friends of mine, because I'm just like Saint Nick.
They have Christmas stuff here?
It's so much Christmas stuff that it's given me diabetes. You can get diabetes at a Cracker Barrel, not by eating the food, but standing around in the midst of all this Christmas cheer. For those of you who can't get enough of bacon eggs. Makes me sweat just thinking about eating. There's too many things, too little time. Hey, to you seniors out there, why pay for a tooth to be pulled when you can sink your teeth in the bottommost Turkish bathroom? You know, don't crack it, just suck on it, and then chew it really hard. You lose actually 2 or 3 teeth with one of these. God, I used to love these. Can't put them in my mouth now. I'll take out the remaining. I've got things in there that I can't fool around with now.
We're in St. Louis.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that. You wouldn't know it, because every Cracker Barrel's just like in the same place. Heaven.
1958.
I've got to go now. I got to see if my food's ready. What's with car ads at Christmas? Who gives a Lexus or a Mercedes or an Audi or any car to someone for Christmas? Is there something I'm missing? Because I certainly never woke up on Christmas morning to a new car with a huge red bow on it in the driveway. I've been cheated. Well, this is Paula Festinger. Fuck you, Toys for Tots. If I buy a gift for a needy child, it's an act of self-expression, and I need to fucking wrap that present. I love wrapping Christmas fucking presents. Fuck the cause. I'm not giving any unwrapped presents away this year or any years. Stop harassing my fucking mellow, you U.S. Marines. Wow, that is. Paul, I'll send you shit to wrap for me. Nothing I hate more than wrap. Put it in a bag and fucking take it. And shut up. And here's the wrap. Sometimes I put the wrapping paper in that I would have wrapped it in. Because when I try to wrap shit, it's just like, oh, really? We just used $180 in wrapping paper to wrap a box that's like 6 inches long. Fuck you. But good for you, Paula, that you get in that Christmas spirit. But really to tell the Marines to go fuck themselves, that's interesting. It's a lot of courage, Paula. I hope they're not watching tonight. I've asked for Christmas wishes and New Year's wishes from people, and I've gotten very few. Nobody seems to want to wish for anything. But This is a Christmas wish and New Year's request all in one. Living on the eastern seaboard, we've been hearing that we are in for another shitty, snow-filled fucking winter. 2 years ago, we had enough fucking snow that it wasn't melted until fucking May. Well, Mother Nature, if that is your plans for this year, you can suck my dick! They're having droughts out west, so load all that fucking white shit and send it out west, and you can even have it for free. Merry fucking Christmas.
Do you know the tongue and two-finger trick to make your partner squirt?
I have to for YouTube.
I'm dying.
Merry fucking Christmas. Xmas. You want Xmas wishes? Here's a wish. How about those people that go out and buy toys for homeless kids? Just stop already. Hey, I know you have nowhere to live and many times nothing to eat, but here, have a stuffed animal that you have nowhere to put. Oh, but to see their faces light up. Fuck you. Did it make you feel all fuzzy? Hey kids, we don't care all year that you have no home, food, or necessary things like clothes or shoes, but it's Xmas time, and we're told it's the season of giving. As long as it's materialistic shit that no one really needs, bought from a store, not used. For fuck's sake, how about renting them a room for the night or a week? How about making sure your government officials actually give a shit about them and back programs to help them? Oh no, that would be hurting them because they need to learn to pull themselves up and out of the situation. Those damn takers and lazy assholes. If I have to hear one more fucking right-wing, religious, self-righteous, greedy, selfish fucktard say how much people with nothing are taking from them, I may just bounce their head off the wall. Xmas wishes. I wish there was no Xmas's that's celebrated here by worshiping the almighty dollar and dressing it up as colorful boxes with bows on them. 'Tis the season, 'tis the motherfucking season of capitalist bullshit. Merry Christmas.
I'm Tomaszewski. I was in a Starbucks in early November and it was full of fucking Christmas shit. I think the crazy Christians have gone so far now that Christmas is waging a war on Thanksgiving. And it was fucking Veterans Day. What about the troops? It's true. Well, I hope they have a merry fucking Thanksgiving. Ron, if you really want to get a sense, we the other day we were in, even before that, a couple of weeks ago, we were in a Cracker Barrel where it's like elves like inseminate. I'm serious. They come in and inseminate the store. Seriously. The whole place smells like elf cum. It's staggering. It's staggering. They monitor Jews there now. Just during the Christmas season. Just during the Christmas season. It's over the top, though. Fucking, it is unfuck-believable. This is from Alan. It is with regret and a heavy heart that I must direct this rant at you, Mr. Black. Last year, my wife and I had the privilege of attending your performance in Providence, Rhode Island, at which time you spoke fervently of your intention to establish a firearms emporium under the oddly named brand of Jewy Jew's Gun Store. Somewhere in Alabama, in bumfuck Alabama. I'm still working on it, Alan. At the time, I thought little of your comments, but they have since become concerning. You see, I recently went to a yard sale where I purchased about 30 rolls of Christmas wrapping paper for the surprisingly low price of $2 for the whole lot. Supporting my wife's desire to use different wrapping paper for each holiday gift in order to perpetuate the myth of Santa Claus and otherwise deceive our grandchildren when they celebrate the birth of Christ. where I, a Jew, pronounced with the drawn-out phrasing only Mr. Black can effect, do not fundamentally embrace the religious principles of Christmas, I thought that my wife would see my purchases remarkably open-minded and therefore would be most appreciative and excited by both my haul and the remarkable savings I had achieved. To the contrary, however, she proclaimed me and my actions to be the quintessence of Jewy Jew. God, I'd love to have dinner with the two of you. Randall Crawford, dear Lewis, as Thanksgiving fast approaches, my stepmom thought it would be a great idea to start putting up the Christmas decorations. Oh, it's coming, fuckers. The first thing she wants up is our 12-foot, yes, you heard me, 12-foot tall Christmas tree. I'll tell you what, that fucker is a nuisance to put up. Usually we have 3 to 4 people to help us with it, but the usual helpers are all doing their own thing for the holidays. So that means me, an 18-year-old boy, and my stepmom, a frail 69-year-old, have to put up this fucking behemoth of a tree. The tree is so damn large that you have to anchor the fucker down with heavy-duty fishing string so the tree doesn't tilt or fall over. Anyway, our tree is ridiculously huge, and I'm not looking forward to putting it together. Happy holidays. So I'll leave you with this. This is written by our friend Mildred Ellison. She's written in a lot of stuff, and she kind of, it's her Christmas rant. Well, here it is that time of year again, fucking Christmas. Endless fucking loops of Jose Feliciano and Feliz Navidad. Burl fucking Ives, holly jolly Christmasing. Gene Autry, cowboy warbling, Santa Claus is coming to town, and he ain't talking about all that coked up 8-ball snorting sweater wearing Santa either. All those fucking car commercials with people opening the front door on Christmas morning and surprise, here's a brand new Cadillac, Mercedes, Buick, GMC. Gene Autry, cowboy warbling, Santa Claus's holidays. So I'll leave you with this. This is written by our friend Mildred Ellison. She's written in a lot of stuff, and she kind of, it's her Christmas rant. Well, here it is that time of year again, fucking Christmas. Endless fucking loops of Jose Feliciano and Feliz Navidad. Burl fucking Ives, holly jolly Christmasing. Gene Autry, cowboy warbling, Santa Claus is coming to town, and he ain't talking about all that coked up 8-ball snorting sweater wearing Santa either. All those fucking car commercials with people opening the front door on Christmas morning and surprise, here's a brand new Cadillac, Mercedes, Buick, GMC truck, or a fucking Lexus, all with giant red bows on top, and that fucking Lexus doesn't even have a rusty brake drums either. Yet another fucking year when everyone gets one of those brand new red boat Christmassy cars, except me. Fuck. Not only don't I ever get one of those well-appointed luxury vehicles, I didn't even get one of those Peloton things. So I can peddle my Christmas anger and sexual frustration all the way to fucking China. Holy hell, God damn it, skunked again by that cookie-stealing, milk-guzzling, jolly fat fuck Santa. I may as well send my Christmas wish list to that fucking sewer-dwelling clown in It. At least I might get a red fucking balloon out of it. Merry fucking Christmas and happy fucking New Year's. Same to you all. Take care of each other.
Okay, Miss Hyde. Wow, I know you enjoyed it.
You need to pay for premium.
Yeah, no. I just feel dirty about
Just
giving you.
saying.
I just feel so dirty about it. I feel real dirty. I feel dirty.
I don't understand why.
Huh?
I don't understand why.
Because it's YouTube, Facebook, Google is just ugh. Just like ugh.
Facebook, I can understand.
Yeah, but they're all connected, you know.
Not really. YouTube's not connected to Facebook.
They are and they're not. They're promoted and sent
No.
to people who censor them are the same idiots. It's just the same.
You get away with a lot more on YouTube than you do on the other two.
That might be debatable, but at least from what I've been told, at least. But I don't know. Then again, I've never had any issues on YouTube with these videos. Only Facebook. So.
Exactly.
But then again, I'm also really not that popular on YouTube. Not known at all on YouTube, so I don't know. Maybe it's a catch-22.
Well, guess we'll see everybody in the new year.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if certain people aren't coming on the show tonight, then yeah, we'll have to sign out. So. Yeah, we'll just sign out tonight, and then tomorrow is Christmas Eve, or the fourth day of Yule. What is Boxing Day in Canada, anyway?
It's Boxing Day. Same thing. Everybody gets tired of my same joke every year. It's like it's time. That's when you put everything away. You're supposed to take your tree down. You leaving it down after Boxing Day, you're just supposed to box it up and put it away.
Yeah, some people usually don't take their stuff down until January. But it is what it is, so All right, and on that note, yeah, you know what? We'll just yeah, we're at it. We're in the 1 hour mark. We can just
Everybody can go fuck off now.
Of course.
I can push the run button too.
If you want to play the Boxing Day is when you deck your family in the halls. I agree. Which relatives? I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm not even kidding about that.
It may happen where I'm going.
I'm just saying there are certain relatives. I won't mention names. Some on my, the paternal and maternal side. I would not mind doing that to them. I'm just saying. Some I wouldn't mind. There's some I would not mind. Nope. Ooh.
I plead the fifth. I'm not speaking about this on a public forum.
Yeah, well. Anyway, let's you want to get the loop going?
Yeah, we can go out in style.
Yes.
Let's play our Christmas song.
I'm up on your roof, totally nude. I thought I'd surprise you, covered in glue. I fell down your chimney, now I'm stuck, crying face down, ass up. You and your man having a night, exchanging gifts by the firelight. You lit up the flames, I lost my grip.